So many of our Wing Chun friends asking me to share what I share in the Chinese forum on Wing Chun. So I share with you today two of the critical key on what I share. Now the first thing is, right now I have already built out multi-dimensional dynamic model to describe Wing Chun 1850. Yes, it is a multi-function dynamic model based on physics and the biomechanics and so forth. That model exists now. And so why am I doing that? Well, because there's a lot of details in Wing Chun of 1850. Only with a model we can guarantee everybody be able to learn it and be able to verify it scientifically. So the notion is there's no such thing as always you talk about this grandmaster, that grandmaster. And yet nobody learned what it is. And then suddenly they go interpret whatever they want. So right now it is in a multi-dimensional model, a dynamic model. Nobody can BS on things anymore. It is this clear. So the model is to help everybody who really want to learn know exactly what happened and be able to get it, be able to develop it. Not to having the approval of the grandmaster, but you never learn anything. And the grandmaster put themselves like in the God positions. Now we need to get rid of those, because those are commercial nonsense. There's not the real Chinese culture on the martial arts. Okay? So stop to looking for holy grail. There is no such thing as holy grail or the oldest Wing Chun anymore. Now it is in the era of multi-dimensional dynamic modeling. It is really scientific. Only with that model we can speak the same language with MMA, with Western boxing. We can compare what is going on instead of assume this grandmaster is this high and so forth, so forth. No, a lot of grandmaster is here and a lot of MMA is like this at this level today. Okay? And also this will prohibit people to keep making nonsense Wing Chun. Wing Chun 1850 or Wing Chun 1800 or Wing Chun 1700, whatever. No. It is just whatever it is it is. Now we be able to scientifically record it down. Now saying so, because our friend asking me, so Hendrik, what's the difference between the 1850s Wing Chun and today's Wing Chun, or the approaching Wing Chun, which is having the three sets? So it doesn't matter is Dai Fa Ming Gam Wing Chun, Snake Crane Wing Chun, Leong Zhan Wing Chun, all belong to the approaching Wing Chun. They are not belong to the 1850s Wing Chun. It is a different type of creations. And obviously you're going to ask me, you're going to question me. So now what is it? With all the multi-dimensional dynamic modeling, like you model in AI, artificial intelligence, we know now that using today's language, the Chinese, the real Chinese Kung Fu, the authentic, from Sun Tzu, the art of war, to Qi Ji Guang, to the 1850s Wing Chun. They all sharing the soul of Shi, Shi meaning dynamic momentum. So the base of the Kung Fu, the authentic one, is momentum, dynamic momentum. That's why General Qi Ji Guang, when he trained his army, he's saying that one momentum transforms to another momentum to defeat your enemy. And this transformation from one momentum to another momentum is a dynamic continuous. Okay? Now, so they are momentum-based art. Now, after the uprising is lost, the Wing Chun ancestor, they die, or they go left for Malaysia, they left for Japan and San Francisco, because this is all the anti-Qing, or in America we call it Chinese Freemasons. And then the opera rebuilt by the Qing official. That's where the Tai Fa Ming Gam Feng Qiu Cheng people start. They built their own 3 sets, which is using bit or piece or terminology of the 1850, like Biuji, like feast issue from heart. But they do not know whatever it is here. They don't have the technology. That's why today, for example, feast issue from heart, you can see 10 billion people, 10 billion lineage have their own interpretation. But in the 1850s Wing Chun, the entire system, you can read it from Qi Ji Guang writing and the Shaolin sword strike writing. So, as I already wrote the book Kung Fu 1560 on Qi Ji Guang, and then the decoding Wing Chun. Not decoding Wing Chun, resurrecting Wing Chun. To show you the entire thing. So, all this Tai Fa Ming Gam, all these people who is pro-Qing, who make up the 3 sets, they are no longer a momentum-based system. They are not momentum-based fighting system. They are like today, hand techniques type of system. They're based on geometry, and they're based on this hand technique, that hand techniques. Not dynamically keeping changing stuff, where today we can model the thing as the state variable. Okay? There are 6 variables there. Yes, I'm using engineering, like in Silicon Valley, to model that. So everybody knows what is going on. Now the pro-Qing, it doesn't matter it is Tai Fa Ming Gam or from Gulo, from Liang Tan, all is based on the pro-Qing design. Now the pro-Qing is not anti-Qing. Pro-Qing people, actually, they are actually like the bodyguard, like Feng Xiu Cheng is like the bodyguard of the Manchurian officer. They are not anti-Qing. They can use the story of Mui, Jisim, Shaolin, but no, they are not. Their boss is the Manchurian. As for the 1850s Wing Chun, the Chinese Freemason come here, like in San Francisco, supporting Sun Yat-sen, overthrown the Qing government. So is this clear now? Okay? Now, so the 1850s Wing Chun is following the 1,000 years Chinese martial art soul, which is momentum based. And whatever design after the 1860s, as today's 3 sets or no sets, they are based on hand techniques. Their body is a structurized body, and then their body is geometrical, like the closest between 2 points is a straight line. Okay? Now, then this approaching Wing Chun come to 1960s or 50s, guess what? They imported Tai Chi stuff inside there. And people start to talk about Jing. So you have this hand techniques. Oh, Wing Chun is Tan Pong Fok. And then this Jing and mind power this. So this is how the entire thing created. Now, like even today, people will call, like I'm using like the term snake engine since 10 years ago. Now people is copycat me and say is the snake engine or Tai Chi Jing. Well, sorry. As what I have just shared with you, the entire thing from thousands of years, and at least from Chi Chi Guang to the 1850s Wing Chun for the uprising, including Hong Seng Choi Lei Fat, they all are momentum based. And there's a key issue inside there, a key component of the soul is called recycling momentum. Because it is one momentum transformed to another momentum. It is a continuity transform. There is no such thing as one hand technique like a Tan Da and then you become a Bong Da. No, because it is a continuity. You just look at like Mike Tyson fight. Mike will change from different shots continuously based on the opponent. Mike Tyson will not stand there, do a cross, do a jab, do a hook. No. It is keeping changing. So that is momentum based and it core in the recycling momentum. Like Mike Tyson, he's recycling the momentum too. He shot you this way, and if the opponent change this way, well, who knows how the opponent will change? He recycled that and he attacked continually. Okay? So don't think about the Chinese momentum and recycling momentum is some kind of magic chi, Taoist monk. Stop those bullshit. You look at Mike Tyson. That's exactly what it is. The Chinese mean. Chinese only say it in the Chinese language. Chinese only say it in the 450 years ago by Chi Chi Guang. Got it? You want to know how it is? You look at like Mike Tyson. How the thing continues changing. This is not like in the Wing Chun movie or the Grandmaster movie, this hand, that hand. Nonsense. Your entire body change. Your body, because your body have to manage your weight for the changing of the momentum dynamically. And so the approaching after the 1850s Wing Chun until today, you look at the 3 set, there is no recycling momentum there. And the so-called snake engine, in today's term, it is just a kinetic chain in today's language. Okay? And it is a tensor greedy, like the integrations of tensional integrations. That is what it is in today's language. That's why it's so important that we need to build this scientific model on what the heck is the Chinese do. So we know they are based on momentum. They're momentum based. They have this recycling momentum dynamically, keeping changing. Their body have this kinetic chain, and then they have this tension greedy, the tension integrity, okay? Tensional integrity, the entire thing. It is alive stuff. Now, for the approaching, it even includes the snake crane Wing Chun, because that is belong to the approaching. They don't have this. The 3 sets do not have this anymore. So people can use Tai Chi or my term or whatever. These days people use my 6 core element, whatever. They do not know this core. And I purposely don't teach them the recycling momentum. So you can keep talking what you want, importing the Tai Chi in or whatever, Jing, but that's not what it is. So if you want to really know what I'm talking about, the momentum base, one momentum transform to another momentum, and then recycling momentum, and then the kinetic chain, all the stuff, you go look at Mike Tyson in a real fight, not bullshit fight, okay? Real fight, not demo, right? That is what it is. Now, so for today's Wing Chun, it is not. It is your tan da, your lap da, or then you just get a student, you play this a snake crane or whatever heck. Now, that is a historical evidence on what I share with you here. You go look at how Xu Xiaodong KO Ding Hao, the Wing Chun guy. Ding Hao's art is exactly the approaching Wing Chun. It is based on geometric, based on the hand technique base. So, Xu Xiaodong is using a momentum base, a dynamic momentum base with recycling momentum and kinetic chain. Ding Hao is using a hand technique base based on structure, based on the Jing or whatever. So when you look at how the Xu Xiaodong KO Ding Hao, that's exactly how it is. If you want to compare with the 1850s and above Chinese Kung Fu with the Wing Chun today. And if you look at Hong Sing Choi Lei Fat, they are momentum based. Okay? So when Hong Sing Choi Lei Fat say the Sou Gua Cha, it is momentum. Attacking momentum is like the Western boxings, the jab, the hook, the cross. It is not a one-hand technique. So just look at how the Xu Xiaodong KO the Ding Hao. You can see the reality of fight is momentum based. Always is like that. And that's why the Wing Chun cannot par. Because it is one technique changing to another technique. One technique stop changing to another technique. You look at Xu Xiaodong when he KO the Ding Hao, it is this technique right away change, continuous. And Ding Hao is trying to use this technique, and then that technique, and end up there is a gap there. I'm not talking about Bruce Lee's gap. I'm talking about the gap between two attacks. Then, as Chi Chi Guang said, never do that. If you do that, you're stuck. Because between your two strikes, you always have a gap in timing, a gap in momentum. So again, clarify, this is not what Bruce Lee talked about, or the gap. No, not the geometric gap, but the dynamic momentum, the time and space gap there. So again, go watch how Xi Xiaodong KO Ding Hao, how he fight him, how he defeat him. Now you have two arts there. So this is the reality of fighting. Now I want to share one thing with you. Like the Tai Chi people, talking about this Jing, this Fa Jing, the invincible Yang and all this thing. The number one fighter, the young Tai Chi guy, Yang Wudi. Yang Wudi is a pro-Qing guy. He is working for the Qing. So his scopes is just fighting those people who is under the Qing. So it's like there are special way of a competition and so forth. So there's today's push hand. Wing Chun get into that too. Just to be straight with you. Wing Chun, Yin Kei-san's father is a Manchurian or the Qing officer too. Yin Kei-san's father have a marriage relationship with Hong Xiuqing's boss, which is one of the very worst Manchurian officer. He's a Chinese, but he sold off the Chinese. At one point, Shi Dakai, the general or the king of the Taiping kingdom, due to there's all kinds of natural disasters, so he said, okay, you take me, but spare the life of my soldier. So this guy, the boss of the Feng Xiuqing, promised that, but it's completely bullshit. When this Shi Dakai just surrender, you take me, you kill me, no problem, you execute me, but let my people out. He didn't do that. He still killed the Shi Dakai's army. Even the son of Shi Dakai is like under 10 years old. They execute him. This is a reality. So all this, the Yin family, the Tai Fa come, all these people, they are not for the people, they are for themselves. That's why in the Fat San, the older Fat San people never respect Wing Chun. Why? Because they are running opium den. They are bullying the people. Because they belong to the Qing officer. Okay? Even if they don't bully people, they are a special class. So people, common people, is bullied and treated differently like a second-class citizen. And so most of the people who don't agree with those bullshit joining Choi Lei Fat. And this thing ran down to the Kuomintang, after they overthrown the Qing, that China is still filled with all those nonsense Qing officials. Now, the issue is this. When the communists take over, all those people run out of China. But today, still, people promoting this thing. but they didn't tell you. These are their elite, the elite of the Manchurian officer. And so it's like in the Tai Chi guide, they have their own group. Oh, I have this push hand, I have this chi sao. And yet the Chinese, the real Chinese martial art, like from Sun Tzu, Qi Ji Guang, until the 1850 Wing Chun, this is ready for battlefield, including Hong Seng Choi Lei Fat. You can see in the history, Hong Seng Choi Lei Fat fighting the uprising, fighting the overthrow of the Qing, fighting the invasion of the Japanese, 1930s, 1940s. So, you look at it when Xi Xiaodong exposing fake Kung Fu, it is all those people who have the special club, like in today's, like quote unquote, golf course club, who is the king of golf playing. It is not about military, not about war, but a packaging to show their superiority complex. And yet, none talk about the Qi Ji Guang. Why? Because they are Qing. They are Manchurian base. They are pro-Qing. Their boss is the Manchurian. General Qi Ji Guang here is all the Chinese, the real Chinese martial arts, like the Chinese Freemasons and so forth. So that's why today you can see that how come there's all this martial art talk about Qi, Jing, and everything. And yet in the history, you never see them in the real fight, in the battle. And you can see, like Hong Seng Choi Lei Fat, in the entire history and the Qi Ji Guang, all is fighting with momentum. So you have these two groups. So the pro-Qing is always on this mysterious Taoist, all this thing, because they belong to that quote-unquote golf club. I'm the invincible. Yet in like the Hong Seng Choi Lei Fat and so forth, nobody promote I'm number one fighter, I'm the king. No. Why? Qi Ji Guang already tell you, hey, you have to behave that when you test out your skill, that's about testing out the skill, not about calling you the number one fighter. It's in the teaching of General Qi Ji Guang in the military training, the Ji Xiao Xing Shu, the classic. If we look at the General Qi Ji Guang Ji Xiao Xing Shu today, it is a scientific modeling at his time. So this is what it is. Can your 3 sets Wing Chun handle MMA and Western boxing or Thai boxing? No, you can't. Or BJJ, you can't, because you are not momentum based. You don't have the recycling momentum. You don't have the kinetic chain. You don't have the tension integrity, holistic handling, dynamic handling. So this is the thing for past few weeks. I'm working with the Chinese material, including Forsan. Hey man, you cannot just cover this thing up. Everybody deserves to know. Now I'm not pushing, saying I'm the oldest or whatever. No. Reality is reality. That's why your Wing Chun today, no way you can fight Xi Xiaodong. I'm saying that is like you're practicing your Wing Chun. You go fight Xi Xiaodong, you are lost because your art is not momentum based. That's why Xi Xiaodong there to make in the public. Wing Chun is not as good as Choi Lei Fat. Far away. People know, people read you. So what I'm doing is just make it scientific model. So it is like in the justice department, you close your eyes and you really get a balance to see what it is. Because people's life important. This is not, as I told everybody in Asia, this is no longer Qing dynasty. I live in America. I don't buy the bullshit of the Qing dynasty. I want the truth. Okay? Why should I send my people out there right now with your technical your hand technique based stuff? Are you serious? You going to fight somebody like Mike Tyson or Xi Xiaodong who is trained in the momentum base? You won't last 30 seconds. Well, people will argue with me. Well, no, Hendrik, you can see this guy fight this. Sure. Those people are not pure Wing Chun. They practice their 3 sets, but they fought with BJJ, they learn. They fought with the Western boxing, they learn. They fought with something else, which is not Wing Chun at all. And then you can see people who try to sell snake oil. Yeah, snake oil. Were keeping saying that, oh, I go visit this grandmaster. Like they're having the holy grail. The notion is just to try to sell people who have no clue or what the heck is it on the expense of Wing Chun. So, for your takeaway, the reality of fighting is a momentum based. It has to have a recycling momentum. Your body has to be the kinetic chain. And Wing Chun 1850 and the Kung Fu of the Shaolin and above is all like that. The hand technique Wing Chun. Bruce Lee said what? 50 years ago, 50 said it is land swimming. Why? Because Bruce Lee know that there is no the dynamic. You look at Bruce Lee, does it go do tanda and all this thing? Or he just fought you dynamically with the feedback of or closed loop at that time, they change. So, take away. Wing Chun 1850 is the momentum base. Wing Chun, after that, until today, were your 3 set. The 3 set is the best proof evidence that it is not a momentum base. It is a structure, dynamical base with the hand technique base. And that's why Bruce Lee said it is land swimming, because it doesn't have that continuity between the 2 momentum. And yet it doesn't have momentum. It is not based on that. So you like it or not, this is reality. You like it or not, this is an AI era. People analyze the hell out of you. You cannot just close your eyes, close your ear, and then you try to steal a bell. Are you kidding? It is a disaster. If you're keeping doing that and thinking other people doesn't know. And the Chinese Kung Fu, one is the Qing official golf club play. One is the reality. Like I say, Hong Sing Chai Le Fat, it is for war, for the real life and death. Which exists in multiple evidence in the history of China. On the rest, it's not. It's just, oh, this guy is the hero of Wing Chun. That guy is the invincible Tai Chi. Are you serious? Can it be tracked in the history? So this is what I like to share with you. Reality is ugly and cold, but we need to face it. If we don't face it, one is in a disaster, but one has no idea what it is. So the time for the oldest Wing Chun, holy grail of Wing Chun, which grandmaster know which is the best fighter, those are the Qing mentality. The Chinese don't have those bullshit mentality. And that's why you said, you can see that, you can differentiate Chinese Kung Fu. Whenever they talk about those, they'll talk about Taoist, monk, and others, my grandfather, my grand-teacher, whatever. On the other hand, the real thing will always get into Sun Tzu, Qi Ji Guang, like Hong Sing Choi Li Fat. Split that. They are not the same thing. So this is what I want to share with you today. It's heavy, but it's better that for those who really want to learn something. Face it and make corrections. And that's why, again, final words. I make the modeling. Here on, nobody bullshit. You want to teach your student, you better teach them properly. Not making up your Wing Chun. My Wing Chun 1850, I learned from this student of this grandmaster. Bullshit. Just look at his body. If it's not momentum based, not recycling momentum based, not the kinetic chain based, they talk about snake, crane, jing, and roll, soft. Bullshit. Just using what litmus test. Whenever you see people selling you bullshit or like this or whatever, you think it is maybe it is invincible, think about how is this guy is going to fight Mike Tyson? Or how is this guy is going to fight Xi Xiaodong? If in your mind, you just think that, come on, this thing is not going to be able to fight Mike Tyson because of all the change and momentum and everything, you know this bullshit. Doesn't matter what is his title. You think about it, if they, how is this going to fight Xi Xiaodong? Right away, you see a split there. You can say, come on, I'm not going to learn this nonsense. The Chinese is not that idiot to do this kind of thing. Okay? So this is what I found out, what I share with the Chinese community. Enough is enough.